to locate your Microsoft Word, if you are new, you can come to where you have your icons here. Here you can actually locate any current app you've been using. But just in case you can't find this anywhere and you are lost, you can always come to your start button or your start bar to search for whatsoever you want. So right now I'm lost and I want to search for Microsoft Word. All I need to do is type on my search bar, right? I can type whatever I want here. So I'm going to type Microsoft. Yeah, so here we'll be using Microsoft Word 2013. That's what we'll be using. So the next thing you want to do is tap on Microsoft Word, because that's exactly what you've been looking for. So I'm going to tap on it now to open. Okay, while it's opening, we'll be going to Google Doc. Our Microsoft Word is open right now, but I'll be going to Google Doc to show you the relation between Google Doc and Microsoft Word, why it's related, because whatsoever you can do there, you can also do here, right? So to access the Google Doc, you can do that on your phone. Okay, you can do that on your phone by going through the steps, or you can access it with your desktop or your laptop. So I'll be going online now because I don't have the app on my PC, obviously. So I'm just going to be using my Chrome browser. I'm going to open my Chrome browser now, and what I want to do next is type docs Google.
Okay.
Google.com/documents. Okay, so and then I will tap on enter on my keyboard. Okay, so now our Google Doc is opening. Yeah, right now you can see the relation between the Google Doc and the Microsoft Word. So you can see the interface is almost the same thing, right? So going back to our Microsoft Word, you can see, I know this can be confusing if you are just opening Microsoft Word for the first time. Everything here is overwhelming, but here you can see a blank page. Don't be confused. Here is a blank document rather, and here you can see all the templates that you can edit to be your own, to suit you, right? So if you want to design a calendar and you don't want to go through the stress of designing it afresh with the blank document, all you need to do is come here and look for one calendar and then edit it, right? So you have CVs here, you have other templates that you can actually edit. You even have certificates here. So we have other options that you can also, other demo documents that you can actually edit, but now I don't want all this, so I will be tapping on the blank document, right? Okay, yeah, this is our blank document, our working space, right? So I will be going back to Google Doc to show you. Okay, now here you can see we almost have the same thing as what we have on our Microsoft Word app. So here you can see resumes, you can see letters, you can see project and proposal. So with this you can actually select one and edit from here. Okay, but now I don't want to edit already made documents, so I want to create from scratch. So I will be picking the blank document, right? So I'll just tap on this to select, and now our blank document or working space is open for us to start typing. Okay, so remember what you can do here, you can also do on your Microsoft Word. But then why would you want to use doc when you have Microsoft Word on your laptop? So this is another option, just in case you don't have a Microsoft Word app on your document on your laptop or phone. You can actually use your Google Doc to type, right? So I'll be going back to Microsoft Word to show you how to type, edit, and also format and do other things for yourself. We are back to our Microsoft Word, and before we go to the next stage, which I'll be showing you how to format and type and also edit your document, I will be explaining some aspects of this working space to you. So up here we have the quick access tools. If I tap on this, you can see that it's for save, and here is for undo, and here is for repeat. Okay, so this is the quick access toolbar. Okay, so here you have the document title. This document is not saved with any name right now, that's why you can see document 1. Once I decide to save this document, you will be see the name that I used to title this document here. Okay, so here you can see the control buttons. Okay, here you have the close, here you have the restore down, okay, and then you have minimize, and then you have ribbon display options, and here you have the help button. Okay, and down here you can see these options here. These are called the title bar, right? From file okay, from file to view is your title bar. Okay, so you have the title bar, you have file, you have home, insert, you have design, you have page out, you have references, you have mailings, you have review. So all these things are important, that's why they are here, obviously. So here in your home you have all the options here, your design, your insert too. Okay, so going down we have the document, which is this. The document, this is your document, this is where you're going to type. Okay, and then we have the text insertion points. This is the text insertion point where you have to actually type. Down here you have the status bar. Okay, so you can see that we have just one page of 1 here, and we have 0 words because we obviously don't we obviously haven't typed anything here. So if I should type anything on this document now, you can see my words are increasing. So you can see down here that my words are actually increasing, right? So that is our status bar, showing us the number of pages and words that have been typed. Okay, now that we have identified our various bars, I will be showing you how to type, edit, and format. Okay, so it's obvious that I can't really show you how to type. Okay, but just in case you want to learn how to type very well, you can use the Mavis Bacon game that can actually let you learn how to type. Okay, you can always use that to practice at home, but then I need to show you how to format and also edit your document. So let's say you have something like welcome to real projects. Okay, we are very glad let's say this is what we want to edit. This is our document and we want to edit this. So we'll be going to home, and under home you can see your various options here. Here you can see the font, you can see the font size and the various formatting tools that we have here. So we are going to start from the font. Okay, so always have it in mind that before your text can be edited, it needs to be highlighted. Okay, for you to be able to edit any text on Microsoft Word or Google Doc, you need to highlight that particular text. So I'm going to be highlighting everything here because I want to make changes to this text, right? So another thing you need to know is once you highlight and see the various options here to use, shortcut to use, but then I will be going back to home and then I will be selecting, tapping on fonts where we have fonts here on this icon here, and then I will be selecting the particular font I want to use for this document. Let's say I want the Time New Roman font. Then I'll go there and then click on it. You can see our fonts just changed now. It's not very obvious. I can go ahead to select another one, but then if you're looking for a left font, click on your mouse. You don't want to go through the stress of scrolling down to look for that particular font, and you have the font name in mind. All you need to do is tap here and then type the font you're looking for rather. Okay, so before we go to how to change our fonts, to highlight, if you're finding it difficult to highlight the whole of your document, just in case you're not highlighting just a part of it, all you need to do is tap on press on Ctrl A, right? Ctrl A on your laptop, on your keyboard, right? So Ctrl plus A is to highlight your document or everything on your document, right? Once you do Ctrl A, type of Ctrl A, you will actually highlight everything on your document. So going back here, you can decide to change your font like I said, and also you can decide to increase your font. Okay, so you can decide to increase this font to the number you want. You can choose 16, 14, depending on what you want to use. Okay, so here you can increase the font size too by just clicking on this, right? And you can decide to reduce it by just clicking on this too. Okay, all right, the next thing we have here is change case. Tapping on this will allow you to change your font case. Okay, so I can decide to change this to uppercase. Uppercase means capital letter. So if I change it to uppercase, that means I'm making everything on my document capital letters. Yes. Okay, lowercase is small letters, and initial capitalized, and toggle case. Okay, so that's it for that. And then here we have clear all formatting, just in case you want to clear everything, every editing you've done on this text. If you want to clear it, you can go here. You can see everything has gone back to normal, right? You can decide to Ctrl Z or undo to bring it back. You can go back. Remember here, these quick icons here, so you can decide to go back, you see, or you can decide to press Ctrl Z on your keyboard. Okay, so the next thing we have here is the bullet option. If you click there, you can see the different bullet options here. Here you can decide to select any of the bullet options you want. Okay, let's say I want this, I can decide to choose this, but then I don't want to add bullets to my text. If I don't want to, I can remove it. And down here you can see other options here, other styles, right? Okay, so now the next thing we have here is numbering. numbering library. So here you can see the various numbers. Here you can see the styles. You can come here to pick something else. Okay, so another thing we have here is the multi-level list. So you can see the styles here. You can decide to pick this if you want. Okay, so you can decide to test all this to know what it does. Okay, so you can decide to sort, you can decide to show or hide. All right, and down here you have the bold. So once I tap on bold, you can see my text is bold now, and this is italic. Okay, I can decide to click on this to make my text italic, or I can decide to underline it if I want. Okay, I can decide to strike. Okay, you can see everything is getting messy, but then you get what I'm saying. All right, this is subscript. Yes, so you can decide to do this to one of your texts on special occasions, so you can see that, or you can decide to superscript instead, depending on what you want. So you can see the different subscript and superscript. Okay, so here you can change the effect of your text. Right, so you can change the effect of your text going to home. Remember, all these are in the home option. Okay, so once you tap on home, you can see all these things I'm showing you. So here you can decide to change the effect of your text. You can see it's changing. You can choose whichever one you want. Okay, so let's say this is what I want. Okay, so you can see. All right, here is your text highlight color. So you can decide to change your text highlight color. Wow, this is nice. Okay, so here you can see the color, and then here you see, okay, I'm highlighting it again because I'm only effecting the changes to just this particular text. So here you can see the font color. You can decide to change your font color. Okay, let me change for this. Okay, you can decide to change your font color. Remember, this is effects. This is a special effect, and this is just font color. Normal changing of font color. Okay, so here you have the align. You can decide to highlight everything and then align it. Is on align left now. You can decide to centralize, or you can decide to align right, or you can decide to justify. Yes, it's that easy. All right, the next thing we have is line and paragraph spacing. Here you can choose to space your paragraph and make it more add more space to it rather. And then the next thing we have here is the shading. Okay, so you can see you can add shade to your text and add shade to that. And then we have the borders. So okay, and then here you can see our spacing too. We have the normal, we have the no spacing, we have the heading, we have, and if you want to use all this, make sure you are effecting it before editing, because once you edit before effecting this, it will take your text to the normal formatting. So you can see the difference is given to the text. Okay, so here is, if you look here, you can see we have find, replace, select. Okay, here using find, you can decide to find a particular word on your document. Clicking on find, I can decide to find, let's say one of our, what I'm looking for here is hope. I'm looking for hope, the word hope. So just in case I have a large document, I can just come here, come to find, okay, and type hope, and type hope, okay, and then you can see we have one result here. It's showing me one result and highlighting hope, right? So if I'm looking for this particular word, I can decide to change it just in case there's a mistake in the word. Okay, so that's the purpose for find. Okay, the next thing we have here is replace. Okay, now just in case I have hope and I want to change it to expect. Okay, this is hope. I want to change hope to expect. Replace. I'm finding hope, what I'm finding, and then I'm replacing with expect. Okay, so if I have more than one hope, I can decide to replace all, or I can decide to find and next, just in case I don't want to replace everything. So now I just have one, I can decide to just replace, and then we've reached the end of the document. Yes. Okay, so now you can see hope has been changed to expect. Okay, so that's all for how to use the home bar. Let's see what we can do with insert. Going to insert, we have table here. I'm not going to show you everything because it's not really necessary to show you all for now. So I'm going to show you how to insert table right now. So to do that, you're going to tap on table and then go to where you have insert, or you can use this to insert just in case you're not doing something complicated. You can use this to insert the table, right? Ctrl Z to undo, or go here to undo. So I'm going back to insert. Now I have a particular a number of rows and columns I want to add. So I will just go to where we have insert here and then click on it, and then let's say I want 4 columns and then 3 rows. Okay, so what I need to do after inserting the numbers of columns and rows I want, all I need to do is tap on OK. All right, so you can see my table has been inserted. So I can decide to type what I want on my table, and then go to home to format. You see, and then go to home to format and change. I can decide to change my font so you can see. Okay, going back to home again, we have pictures. You can decide to choose pictures. You have numbers of pictures there. Okay, you can decide to choose picture from your system, or you drag and drop. Okay, another thing I'll be showing you rather is shapes. Okay, with shapes you can get all the shapes you want. Okay, these are the shapes available for you here. Okay, and then we have charts. Another thing we have again is charts. Okay, you can see the various charts we have. You have the pie chart, the bar, the line, the area, and the rest of them. So you can decide to add a chart to your document just in case you want to. Alright, so we have screenshot. If you want to screenshot this page, you can do that. Yeah. Another thing I will be showing you is the header and footer. Just in case you want to have a header or a footer to your document, all you need to do is come here and then add, right? So I can decide to add my header and decide to add something like this. Okay, so I have added header. I just added header to my. Okay, once you're done typing, all you need to do is come here to where it's showing header and footer, and then tap on it so that you can see the options, and then click on close. So you can see the header is quite different from the normal documents. Okay, so going back to insert, you can decide to edit your header and footer. Just in case, you can come here to edit, or you remove if you want. Okay, the next thing here I want to show you is page number. Okay, you can decide to add number your page. Okay, you have the number style. You can see the number style here. You can choose either one you want. You can decide to choose the first one, so you can see the page number have been added to your document. All right, so you can see you have the page number. Notice that if you're using the page number, that means you won't be using the header and footer. Right, so you can see your page number here depending on the number of your documents. All right, going back, we have the text box. Okay, with the text box you can type inside. Okay, you can use the text box to type. Okay, simple text box. Okay, this is the text box, so you can actually type on the text box. Just in case you have an image on your document and you are finding it difficult to type on a particular place, you can actually use the text box to type. Okay, so now going back to insert, another thing I want to show you is the word art. So with word art you can see fancy text to use. Okay, so I think that's all you should know for now about using the insert option on your Microsoft Word. Going to design, you can see border. So yeah, just in case you want to add a border to your page, you can add by clicking on it, on border, and then come to where you have your borders here to select where you have your style here. Make sure, okay, this is none and this is box, just in case you want a box border or shadow, depending on what you want. Now coming to styles, you can pick a style for your border, and then once you're done picking the style, come here to where you have apply to, and then select the section you want to apply your border. You can decide to apply it to the whole document if you want, or maybe just the first page. Okay, so I just want to apply it on the first page, so you can see my border has been added. Okay, so we are in design, and the next thing we have here is page color. You can decide to add a color to your page. Okay, you can decide to add a color to your page, so I just added a color to this page. And the next thing we have is the watermark. With the watermark, you can add a watermark like this to your document. So you can see I just added a watermark to this document. Okay, I just added a watermark, and just in case you want to remove the watermark, you can come back to where you have design here, then go to watermark and then remove watermark. Okay, you can redo to bring back your watermark, then go back to you can go to custom watermark, just in case you want to edit the text. Okay, so now you can see our text currently here is confidential, so you can decide to put whichever whatever thing you want to put. So let's say I want this watermark to be real project. Okay, so now the size, I can choose a size, or I can leave it at auto, but I don't want to, so I'm just going to pick a size, And then the color, you can pick a color, you can make it black, you can make it white, depending on what you want. Now I just picked a color for my watermark, and then the next thing I want to do is apply. You can see it's very small. I can decide to increase it again, apply. You can just be applying before okaying, so that with that you can be seeing it from the background. All right, so you can decide to increase it again if you want. You can increase it again. Okay, so I think it's large enough. Then once I'm okay with what I have, all I need to do is tap on close to close this particular window. Okay, I think that should be all for design. Now page layout. Under page layout, the first thing I want to show you is page orientation, right? Tapping on page orientation, you can see we are on portrait. Just in case I want this document to be on landscape, I can decide to change it to landscape. You can see my document has been changed to landscape now. I can go back to portrait if I want. You can see the difference, right? So going forward, the next thing I want to show you under page layout is the size. Now the size, I'm using letter, but I don't want to use letter, so I will search for the particular size I want to use. Now I want to use A4, so I'm just going to come down here to where we have A4 to select A4. You can see the changes also, right? So now my document is on A4. Now we have columns. My columns, I'm just using just one column right now. So just in case you want to divide your page, you can decide to divide it. Now you can see we have two sections, this and this, right? So that's it for columns. I'm going back to one column. Okay, so I think that's all you should know about this. Okay, references, mailings, you can just come here to check, but for now this is all you need to actually type, edit and format your text. Now the next thing I want to show you is how to copy and paste, which could be actually one of the simplest thing to do with Microsoft Word, or do on Microsoft Word. So remember, before you make any changes on your text, you need to highlight. So let's say I want to copy this particular text to another page. All I need to do is highlight the particular text I want to copy, and then go down to the next page. Going down to the next page, double tap. Remember, if you have a text box here, you might find it difficult if it's your first time to go down, to type down. So all you need to do is double tap down. If you tap once, you won't get it. You can see my cursor is down already. I'm going down to create another page, and then what I want to do is paste the text that I just copied. So to paste my text, I left click on your mouse, go to where you have paste. Okay, this is paste. This is the paste option. Okay, so that's it for how to format and copy and paste on your document. So another thing I want to show you about tables is that you can actually delete and also add table. Just in case you added a table and you want to add another one again, you want to add another column again or a row again, all you need to do is go to where you have your table, and then left click on your mouse and go to where you have insert, and under insert you can see the various options here. You can see insert rows above, you can see insert columns below, you can see insert column to the right. So depending on what you want, you can see. Okay, so depending on what you want, you can just keep on adding until you are satisfied. Okay, so that's it for how to use Microsoft Word. And now the next thing I want to show you again is file. Left click on your mouse, it's starting from file to view. So I want to save this document. So the easiest way to do that is just clicking on Ctrl S on your keyboard, but then you can use your mouse by going to file, where we have file, and then go down to where you have save as. Okay, we have save as. Now pick where you want to save your document. Let's say I want this document to be saved on my desktop. I'm just going to go to where we have desktop and select desktop, and then here I'm going to pick a name for my document. Okay, so I'm just going to type the name I want. Let's say I want this document to be called welcome. So, and then I'm saving it as Word document. Right, so just in case you want to save it as a PDF file, you can decide to click here and then change to PDF, but I don't want that. I just want document, Word document. So it's on Word now, and the next thing I want to do is click on save to save my document. Now my document has been saved on my desktop. Okay, now all that we have just done with our Microsoft Word can be achieved on our Google Doc. Now we'll be going back to Google Doc. Okay, so here we can type. You can type here. You can see and type, and also format too. So you can see we have almost the same interface as the Word document. We have the file, we have the edit, we have the view, we have the insert, we have formats, we have tools, we have extensions, and help, just in case you need help, but I don't think you would need that. So under file, you can see the various options, which is new, open, here, just in case you want to open another document, and then make a copy, share, just in case you are sharing to someone, or here we have email this file, you can email to someone, and then we have download. Remember, on Microsoft Word we have save, but on Doc we have download. So once you're done with editing your document, all you need to do is come to download and either download as Microsoft Word, open document format, rich text format, PDF, plain text, web page, or whichever one you want. Okay, now you can come here, even after saving, you can come here to rename your document. Here is rename. Okay, so you can see that both Microsoft Word and Google Doc are the same, are almost the same, but then they use their different terms. So here on Microsoft Word we have save, while here we have rename. Inserts, we have drawings, we have tables, right? So you can come here to actually add a table to your documents. Okay, and then we have formatting. You can format your text. Remember, on everything we have on home, and our home on Microsoft Word is here, so you can come here to bold, italic, underline, strike through, superscript, subscript, size, change fonts, capitalize. So you can see everything is here, just that it's they have their separate spaces. So another thing you need to know is how to add hyperlink to your text. So highlighting this text, you can come here to add a hyperlink. That is to say, if someone should open your document and click on this particular word, it will be taking them to your whichever hyperlink that was inserted on that particular text.